talk about why it's important to have space in your apartment physically. And I think the number one most important thing when we're talking about a living space is that it feels comfortable. It feels like you're home. You have your belongings. You have, the people that you love around you. And, different people have different needs for space. So, for example, we have this really big bed here, which is really nice. I think that's something that I didn't expect I would really appreciate, but now that we've been living here for a while and using it, it's actually really, really nice to have this big of a bed because, one person sleeps on one side, the other person sleeps on the other, and then when one person wakes up, it doesn't really bother the other person. So, pretty good. And, having space in the bedroom for this kind of private study and workspace is also very nice because when there are people working in the common area, we come over here to work and it's very quiet. And I think all of these examples really tie up into this feeling of having mental and emotional space as well. Because at the end of a long day, when I want to recuperate and reflect and just be alone, having this space allows me to do that. But, in a more cramped situation where maybe you have a roommate and you're living in a double, it's nice to have that companionship oftentimes, but you start lacking that space. And I think for me personally, I've realized that's actually a really important thing for me to have in order to function properly and be happy. So, what are some ways to create space when you don't have space? I think you have to evaluate why you don't have space. Is it because you have too many things lying around, just junk? Well, in that case, it's pretty straightforward. You just gotta throw things out. Is it because you're living with too many people? Then maybe you need to consider moving out. Or, if that's not an option, you can think of maybe a better protocol for how you interact with your roommates. For example, different hours that people use, the different common areas, yada yada. So, anyways, that's just a thought that I've been having for a while. And it's especially highlighted right now because Catherine and I have been home alone. Just two of us. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
And we've been having a really good time, occupying this entire apartment. It's a 3-bedroom apartment in San Francisco, which is rare. And it's empty, so it's just the two of us. And so we've been cooking and cleaning and having some guests over, and then we'll do our work in one desk and then we'll do our work in the common area. So it's so nice to have all these options. And so my point is that it's really highlighted at this time because of that. So it's still a really nice place. But I have been thinking about potentially moving to maybe South Bay or somewhere else, a little bit farther out and a little bit cheaper, so that there will be more space. So that might be something we do in the next year to 3 years. And Alvin is moving up. My brother Alvin is moving up here after the end of next year. So beginning of 2021 is when he's going to come up here to start his first full-time job. And maybe we'll live together with him. That was also a consideration. But yeah, bottom line is space is important. And it's useful to think about how you manage your space at home. So yeah, curious to hear how you are currently managing your space. Realistically, I'm probably going to be the only person who watches this video. So future Albert, I hope you're managing your space well. I hope you get the space that you want and deserve. And, if not, let this video be a reminder to do so.